How will you incorporate media literacy into your future teaching practices? Media has played an extremely important part of my life. I feel very fortunate that I am living during a time of human history where technology is advancing at the most accelerated rate that it ever has. I'm constantly listening to the radio and podcasts for both entertainment and news gathering. Possibly the biggest role that media has played for me personally has been that of social media. It has revolutionized how people, especially my generation, interact with each other in ways that we are just now beginning to understand. Has your relationship with media changed over time? The biggest change that has happened is how much more I use different forms of media than when I did even just 10 years ago. Back then, I never would have guessed that I would be typing out an internet blog on a laptop that doubles as a tablet, mainly because words like blog and tablet weren't being used very much at the time, especially for middle school students such as me. Has your understanding of what it means to be literate in the 21st century changed or evolved because of this course? How? My understanding of what it means to be literate in the 21st century has certainly evolved during this course. I wouldn't say it has changed because I already knew of its importance, but I have definitely gone deeper into how I can incorporate that knowledge into my teaching. I need to make sure that students have digital literacy and are able to analyze information, be creative, be responsible for what they create, and to be able to reflect on that creation. What, if anything, do you notice about your own experiences with media that can help inform your future teaching practices? I like to think that I am very good at being able to shift through information and analyze it. I think that being able to apply the skill will help me when it comes to deciding on and creating lessons and projects, and deconstructing them and remaking them for what is best for my students and my teaching practices. Why is it important to incorporate media literacy into your current or future teaching practices? Incorporating media literacy into my future teaching practices is important because giving students the tools and skills they need to flourish in the 21st century world is my responsibility as an educator. Students must be able to analyze information effectively, make responsible decisions, reflect on one's behavior, and be creative in a variety of digital media forms. How will you incorporate media literacy into your future teaching practices? I think that the best way for me to incorporate media literacy in my teaching practices is to provide my students with information from a variety of sources on a variety of mediums, be it different forms of mass communication, popular culture, as well as new technologies. Doing this will give my students experience with many different forms of media, which will allow them to critically analyze them.